We're not.
I'm not one to crave attention, but I don't want to be alone. I'll never know, I never know what I've been missing. I take comfort in this prison till I find my way back home.
Well, I've been caught up in this fallout between the weak and rider's reign. Never know just what the others feel. No comfort in the ceiling if it's the cause of their pain. And I don't think about the things I forget. Almost 40, but I haven't grown up yet. And I hope I don't forget that it don't matter anyway. It's just another day. And I'm running out of sign. When I was young, nobody taught me how to practice standing tall. Nobody knows what tomorrow brings. I gave up on growing wings, 'cause it was easier to fall. And I don't think about the things I forget. Almost 40, but I haven't grown up yet. And I hope I don't forget that it don't matter anyway. It's just another day. And I'm running out of sight. Nobody knows what's beyond those strings. I gave up on growing wings, 'cause it was easier to crawl. And I don't think about the things I forget. Almost 40, but I haven't grown up yet. And I hope I don't forget that it don't matter anyway. It's just another day. And I'm running out of sign. And I'm running out of sign.
Hey, good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. The Black Feather's right there. Another artist, Smile of Music artist, one of many that'll be taking the stage coming up later on this year. Of course, one of the biggest music festivals I believe in the Midwest, maybe even the country, for all I know. I should probably know that if I'm going to talk about
It's
it.
not
but,
the biggest music festival in the country.
like with the most artists.
I think South by Southwest in Austin is, because I think Mile of Music was.
I don't
based off
understand
that.
why you want to argue with me, like right out of the bat, just because you're a big loser today doesn't mean you have to be all salty with me and stuff.
Oh
okay?
my God, we are
Talk about more of this. We'll talk more about it in just a bit. Everybody, just relax. We've got noteworthy news. We've got some updates on the OnlyPants page. We're sharing some stuff there. We'll talk about how I am a big winner today, a few national holidays. So we've got a few things to discuss here this morning. Welcome to the show. My name is Chris.
I'm Carrie.
And here we are on a finally Friday morning where the sun going to be shining today, looking at a high like mid 50s. So it's going to be another beautiful day today. It's going to be one of those days where, you know what, it's time I get my butt outside and get on the bike or go for a run. So
Yeah.
one of those things is going to happen this afternoon.
It's March 1st. It's the 1st of March.
It is March 1st. So welcome to it. And congratulations. Side note, you made it through the toughest 2 months of the year, like statistically, and like they did studies on it, whatever, like mentally speaking, like January and February are the two like grumpiest, grayest months of the year for most
Seasonal
people.
depression.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've waded through things with your depression and your mental issues. Congratulations. It's now March 1st. So we're knocking on the door of spring and of course all the pretty colors that come along with it. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like pretty colors like my flowers, but we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and going to be a high of about 52. And then on Sunday, got a chance for some showers, but a high of 62. So even warmer yet as we work our way through the weekend, and then cooling down just a little bit next week. But we're not going to get 10 to 12 feet of snow, is what we're not going to get. Like some people in our beloved country. Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Like
Where?
California. Parts of California are literally having a snowstorm right now where they like 10 to 12 feet of snow.
What? 10 to 12 feet?
Feet. 10 to 12 feet. People are buying out the stores. Of course, it's in the upper, the higher elevations of California. I mean, a lot of people don't realize it, but there's lots of higher elevations in Northern California. And yeah, can you imagine coming home from work yesterday? I think it started like yesterday afternoon. Late afternoon, and a dusting, and then you wake up in the morning, you've got 7 feet, like it's above the windows on your house. Can you imagine? That would be so crazy. Fun, I think. I think that would actually be kind of fun.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun.
No, a bright and beautiful white morning. I think that would be super cool. Yeah, it would cause chaos and it would be a super huge inconvenience. But hey, we'd have the day off. We'd probably have a couple days off.
You probably wouldn't have any internet. Probably wouldn't have any electricity. You're gonna be stuck in the house for there's so many things. It might be pretty, but yeah, no thanks.
It would be fun to experience it one time, or to at least go to California after they've dealt with it. Have you ever seen the videos of those areas that get that snow and how they have tunnels kind of to
No.
people's houses and where the snow level is literally like above houses in many cases?
Stop.
Have you ever seen those videos?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's super crazy. It's
Wow.
fun to watch. I'm one of those guys that likes to plow snow and blow snow. It's a manly thing. It's something
And
super
do flower
satisfying.
arrangements.
Amazing flower arrangements. Just let me throw that out there.
Oh my God.
That's right.
This is so dumb.
Unbelievable flower arrangements. So, but we'll get to that. We'll talk about me more later. We're talking about snow right now. So lots of that happening. Yeah, in California. So we could be dealing with it. So we'll take those the 50s and 60s and sunny skies throughout the weekend while you're out doing stuff like the Easter Bunny going to be at the Fox River Mall kicking off this weekend. Of course, going to be there most of the month. So if you want your Easter Bunny pictures, the Spring Shop Hop is happening in Kimberly. Downtown Ena's got the luck of the Irish, a little fun going on there. And if you're over in the Chilton area, the maple syrup is happening. They're cooking it and they're showing it off and having some fun with that, which is a very cool thing. So lots of things to do over the weekend, and we'll post this stuff here on the page with newlivingnow.com, and of course here on the show with New Living Mornings. Do appreciate you hanging out with that. You ever cooked maple syrup? You ever been a part of that?
No, I haven't, but I've eaten plenty of it. And the pure maple syrup is so good. I have to because it's so much more expensive than Mrs. Butterworth. And I have to fight my son off. I'm like, listen, you can't just pour that stuff on. Like, you just got to drizzle it on your, on your pancakes.
I hear what you say. That's what the cheap stuff from the store is. You want to douse it? Use that stuff. Stuff that
Right,
was on
right.
sale for $2.99 last week. Use that that crap, that bad stuff. But yeah, I've actually had the opportunity to hang out with some syrup, the syrup makers. I don't even know what they call them. They have a name for themselves, but
I don't know.
there's they make them all over the place. They have these little family ran little, I don't know, traditions, I guess. Like
Sure.
right now they're cooking syrup all over. There's little shacks in the woods all over northeast Wisconsin, and they're cooking down syrup. And they've been cooking it down for, a while. It's not something they do it for a couple hours and they stop and get back to it a couple days later. It's like a continuous thing. And there was this one time back in the day when I was on the radio in Wausau, a family had hit me up. Actually, it was a young man that hit me up, and he'd asked me if I wanted to come out and experience maple syrup because I had said something on the show about not really knowing what they do and the process, and so he says, "Well, why don't you come out?" So I go out there, and they pick me up at the edge of the road. I had to park on the road, and there was this monster truck, and I had to sit in the middle in between these two big dudes, and we're driving out into the middle of nowhere. Kind of got worried for a hot minute. I'm like, "Man, where the heck are these guys taking me, and what is going on here?" Get out there, and there's literally just a half of a burn barrel cooking syrup out in the middle of the woods. It's muddy. There's kids around having a good time. I mean, it was a whole lot of fun. About,
Wow.
I don't know, about half hour later, the kid's dad rolls in and he says, this is nothing. You want to see a maple cooking operation, come to my section of the woods. So I hop in his car. We drive over because this woods is massive. When we get over to his place, the road is much nicer to get back to it. When we get back to, there's like a cement slab and there's like a little lean-to kind of a roof thing, and it's not muddy and dirty. And there's even an outhouse out there, and it's all the adults, it's all the parents having a good time. About a half hour later, Grandpa shows up in his big old truck and he says, "You want to see something? Come with me." So then I hop in the truck with Grandpa and we go to a whole nother section of the woods. Now, Grandpa's driveway is paved. We get up to it. There's a house or there's a building. It's heated. There's indoor plumbing. There's in the middle of the room is this big cooker, and it's got like it's all set up and like looks professional. And Grandpa's sitting there in his chair, and he's like, "All right, so do you want to hang with me, or do you want to go back over to that mud hole where the grandkids are doing?" And I'm like, "You know what? I think I'm going to stay over here." I mean, they had food and like an assortment of beverages versus the bush lattes. Which I'm not down in the bush latte, but just saying. So it was quite the experience, and it was a whole lot of fun. And I realized then how much work it actually is. Sugar shacks. Thanks, Jamie. They call them sugar shacks. You're right. You're absolutely right. I
Sugar
forgot about that.
shacks.
Sugar shack.
Sugar
So that was a whole
shacks.
lot of fun, and got to walk away with some syrup. And yeah, they do put a lot of time. You got to cook that stuff forever and ever, and they pretty much have somebody on duty the whole time so that the fire is stoked, the
Just
stuff gets
stirring.
stirred or whatever. Yeah, so that was quite a cool experience. So
That's cool.
and they'll be doing that in Chilton. So if you want to experience that, we've got that over there. And of course, we've got all the events linked up on the website at newlivingnow.com. If you go to the event section, each area, each community's kind of got their own little thing. We kind of condensed it down for you so you can find things right there. And there's a few websites out there that do a really good job of posting all of these local events. And as we try to do the same here on national, let's see, we got a couple today. There's like lots of national
Ooh.
days. Lots of them today, like National Employee Appreciation Day. I think that's a
Oh,
good one that should be mentioned. If you've got the employees, go ahead and do that. Oh, Deb Peters already on it with the chunky peanut butter. Yeah, National Peanut Butter Lovers Day.
oh, I love peanut butter. It's literally my favorite. Jiffy, natural, creamy.
Best peanut butter ever. Best.
I like just plain old Jif, but it's got to be Jif.
So no Skippy, no Peter Pan,
Peter Pan,
right? When was the last time you had that?
peanut
Oh, this is
pan,
it.
peanut butter.
I'm telling you right here. That's my favorite by
What
far.
do you like to eat with peanut butter?
My favorite combination. I think we mentioned this once. It's the rye bread from
Oh,
Quick
yeah,
Trip.
you did. Yep.
Toast that, some butter, this peanut butter, and then dip it in some hot chocolate. I could eat a whole. I could eat half a loaf of bread. Not a
Half a
whole loaf.
loaf of bread.
Oh man, it is so good turning it into toast. You like my shirt? It's got flowers on it, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I don't want to. I don't want to ruin this for
We were
everybody.
talking peanut butter, and you turned it
Peanut butter, yeah,
into. You turned it
yeah.
into.
I
Do
just
you like
wanted.
my
I
shirt?
noticed my flowers. I was like, oh yeah, it's flower. But we'll get back to that.
Okay,
How
Miley.
awesome I am with my flowers. Reading Across America Day today, and it's also National Pig Day. Minnesota even has their own day today.
It's National what day? Pig Day?
Yeah, National Pig Day, National Minnesota. There's lots of
like
national
pig,
days.
like oink oink pig.
Just like that. Yeah.
Oh, like
Oink,
what do
oink.
you do for that? How do you celebrate?
I
How would you
I don't
celebrate
know.
that?
I don't know. Thank a pig.
Think a
Drop
pig.
off. I don't know. I
I feel like you
absolutely
shouldn't eat pork today.
maybe that's it. Stay away from bacon. Wait till tomorrow. We thank them today and then we eat them tomorrow. Who doesn't love bacon? Love bacon.
Bacon. Well, it
Yeah.
is Friday though.
Heck yeah. So there's our national days. Have you got some noteworthy news for us?
You know, I do. So there's yesterday was leap day, and there was a lady in Fond du Lac who was born on leap year, and she actually gave birth to a baby yesterday on a leap year day. Isn't that crazy? Like, I wonder what the statistics are to be able to like be born on the 29th of February and then actually give birth on the 29th of February with that leap year. I know.
You know what? I don't know, but I bet you there's a math person out there that could tell us that.
I'm sure Google would tell us that. So, and you know, there's been a lot of news about Elijah Vu, the 3-year-old boy from Two Rivers that has been missing, and that story just continues to unfold, and it just sounds so messy. It sounds really complicated. But the FBI has actually given a $15,000 reward for someone who can bring information up on that. So I think that it'll be crazy to see how this unfolds. I feel like a lot of times here in Wisconsin, we get these crazy things that happen. So I think there's a lot more to the story. I mean, we do. I mean, it's just like the Slender Man, you know, we had like obviously the Stephen Avery case. You know, I don't know if it's, you know, where it's going, but it just sounds very complicated, very complex. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, where
Going
this
back
all
years,
unfolds.
You remember Lori Deppis?
Lori
thing?
Deppis. Yeah.
That whole thing too. Yeah, we've had a lot of them. We really have.
Yeah, we really, I mean, honestly, like in this area, like in Northeast Wisconsin, there's been some crazy stuff. But you know,
so
the
I'm
mother.
from Red Granite. I'm from Red Granite, and I feel like the quarry there. Are you familiar? So that
I've never
thing's
been
like,
to the quarry.
you've never been?
Mhm.
It's like rite of passage if you're from Wisconsin. I feel like you've had to
I'm
done
not
some
from
time.
Wisconsin.
You what?
I said I'm not originally from Wisconsin.
That explains so much.
Stop.
That's why I barely like you. Okay, now I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I get it. But it's like very deep there, and I firmly believe like there's some missing people in the bottom of this thing because it's
I
like
bet
mega
there
deep,
is.
like a couple 100 feet deep, I think. And yeah. So
Should get
that's super scary.
Should get a submarine and go down there.
You should get a submarine. I'm
sub.
not an underwater type of person. I get like just thinking about that, put like a little heavy weight on my chest, thinking
I
about
could see it.
like claustrophobic.
Okay.
Super. Oh my gosh.
Super claustrophobic.
Super. And then underwater is just creepy. It's scary. Like there's creatures down there that could eat you and stuff. And, you know,
I will
Loch
tell
Ness
you.
and all that
Have
stuff.
you? So you don't like snorkeling? Do you snorkel?
Well, I'll snorkel, clear water, sunny day, so I can see if a whale or a shark is coming to eat me, kind of thing. And there's really pretty fish, like that kind of thing. But just going out to a lake where I could possibly get bit by a water moccasin or a massive water spider.
That's why you need a submarine, because then you could like outrun them, outswim them, right? I guess you're not running when you're underwater. So
I'm putting that visual in my head right now. I mean, running underwater, just the submarine over my head. All I got is this thing covered. All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, digression. But this Elijah Vu case, it's super sad. The mom and the boyfriend are in custody. So we know the kids, I think he's been missing for well over a week now. So my heart goes out to the family and to this little kid. And what happens there, we'll kind of see. One of my favorite reality shows is Top Chef, and it's premiering March 20th, which is the first day of spring, and it's my twin's birthday. But it is in Wisconsin this year. So they're shooting everything in Wisconsin, or it's already been shot, I'm sure, but it's down in Milwaukee. So I think it's season 22 of Top Chef is going to be all in Milwaukee this year. So it'll be
Really? That's awesome.
I know, isn't that cool? I think so too. I was like, oh, I was always waiting for them to come here. And I was reading some of the stuff. And of course, they're talking a lot about the cheese and Wisconsin cheese and what that's going to look like. So that'll be fun to watch. So, if you love food and love watching some of these shows, Top Chef is really a great show. So, and then one of my favorite movies, Dune, came out about 3 years ago, and Dune 2 is being released. It actually opens nationwide today, and it's already breaking box office records. It is already breaking box office records. So, we get the morning Landon hug.
Got the morning Lando hug right there. All right, buddy.
Hello.
Have a good day. You too. All right, grab some snacks. You got money? I think I got to put some money on your lunch card today. I think I forgot to do that. So I'll put some money in there. All right, buddy. Have a good day. Be safe. Love you. Sorry for the interruption there.
That's okay.
I should have seen if you wanted to stay and hear about Dad's victory with the flowers, but I'm sorry. We'll get to that in a minute. Go ahead. Continue.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
So yeah, anyways, Dune 2 is out. I'm definitely going to see it. There's been a box office drought, so everyone's been waiting for this big blockbuster movie of the year to hit and get in to see it. So I'm super excited about it.
There's a lot of famous people in it. There's like a lot of great actors and actresses.
There really
in
are.
this there.
Yeah, it's a production. They actually, so the Rotten Tomatoes, they like rate them. It's actually rated a 9.5. So to get that high of a rating on there just shows that it's just going to be baller. It was supposed to come out around Christmas, and they delayed it because they were still doing production and editing. So it's been very highly anticipated. So
this is probably going to end up being one of those that's like probably going to be around. We're going to see sequels and prequels and
this is part 2. Yeah, and this was a book, and it was already made like back in the 80s. So they're kind of just taking the technology and sophistication of movie making today and just really leveling it up with great actors. The special effects are just amazing. The storyline is awesome. It's just different. So if you haven't watched Dune 1, go and watch it. It's actually on Netflix. And you can watch Dune 2 at the movie theater this weekend or whenever you choose to go. So I will definitely be there this weekend.
It's big enough that I'm seeing games already. I saw some toys in the store. So yeah, it's going to be huge stuff. I'm going to have to go check that out.
Go check it out.
Sounds like fun. What else have you got? Anything?
I just want to talk a little bit about our OnlyPans blog that we're doing. So I am actually going to be making something that I will put on our blog and sharing with everyone. And it's my favorite meal to make for my family. And it is chicken fettuccine Alfredo. So, and the sauce is not from a jar. I make it from scratch. So the oldest son is home this weekend with his girlfriend. So he's going to get some of Mama's cooking. So I will post the recipe and how I make it and put it together and do some videos and stuff on that for our OnlyPans page. So
very cool.
Yeah.
That sounds super exciting. I love that. I love fettuccine Alfredo.
Do you?
Can you make a version of it that won't kill me? Because that would be awesome.
I don't know if I want to.
Oh, are you sad because my flowers are prettier than yours? It's
No.
okay. You like so I did. I wore my flower shirt today. I thought it would be appropriate. So it was National Flower Designer Day the other day, and well, we decided to have a little contest to see who had the best flowers, and we posted that yesterday on all of our pages. I posted it just below.
Mine are pretty. Who said this? How are they not colorful?
They're very pretty, just
They
not pretty
are.
enough. That's all. That's all. No, you did a very nice job. It kind of looks like one of those things that a bride would hold on to, like a like one of the
Well,
bouquets that a bride would use.
I actually took it out of the vase so I could bring it into my office, and I'm giving them to someone very special.
Yeah, so I would show off those that I made. I didn't have my vase. I didn't have a big enough vase for all of the flowers, so I had to use a couple mason jars to put that together. But by popular demand, they were already scooped up. I can't even show them now because people wanted them, like lining
Oh,
up at the
give me
door.
a break. You are such a liar. They're probably sitting in your kitchen right now.
They're not in my kitchen. No, no, they're sitting over at so Landon goes over to his girlfriend's house last night, and we're like, he's like, Dad, what are those flowers for? I'm like, would you like to take those? Would you like to take those over to your girl? He's like, yeah, I actually, Dad, I would.
Score.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Mine, I am going to stop at my mother's graveside and drop them off for the first day of March. So, because they're beautiful like she was.
Okay, you win.
Mhm. I do win. And okay, so do you have the tally? Did you tally them up? Did you tally
I
up the
did.
votes?
I
Okay.
did. Let's
Because there were some more votes that came in. So I'm curious how close it was.
So, per the count here, you had 46 votes. I had 50.
See, it was pretty close.
Oh, no. There's nothing close about that. It could have been 2 apart. It wasn't close. I win. It's a landslide victory.
Okay, here's the deal though.
What?
Here's the deal. I won the Super Bowl bet, and I would rather win the Super Bowl bet than a flower competition against a man because I know mine were prettier. And you, sir, and I know you were sick, but you've got a groovy little outfit that you still need to wear for us on that loser bet.
I'm sorry. I did not intend to get sick. Today's literally the best I have felt. I feel like in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Last week I was struggling a little bit, had a cold, and just was off my game. Just wasn't feeling it. Bad stuff. And then get the pink eye, and then like a whole nother kind of cold. I almost think maybe I had strep because there was 2 or 3 days where I couldn't even swallow. It was bad. Bad news bears. And now the last 2 days dealing with this pink eye, it's not so much the pink eye. Well, I had my eyeball was swelling up a little bit, causing some pressure, giving me some headaches.
Your eye juice.
Yeah, and lots of eye juices. So gross. Like I actually disgusted myself. Like this whole thing was so gross. Like looking at my eye and I'm like, bad. But the medicine that they gave me it like burns your skin. It burns. It like causes some irritation. You got to get that one drop in there and hope to God it stays right in your eye and it doesn't leak out. Because then if it does leak out and it sits on the corner, like right on the edge and on the inside, it was like literally burned. And I remember one of the guys I work with at the office, Chris, one of our brokers, he had it like a month or 2 ago, I guess, and I remember him coming in and seeing his eyes all red, and he had a reaction to the medication. So that medication that they give you, those eye drops are seriously like no joke.
Yeah, my brother-in-law just had it too. So there must be some weird virus going around that has the pink eye in it. So seems
She
like
said that there's a lot of it. She said it's the most that they've ever really dealt with.
Wow.
Like this before. They don't know why, but it's part of something, and yeah, it's going around. And when she walked into the office, I had my sunglasses on because it's embarrassing. I hate it when I went to the walk-in, I had to stand in front of the desk there and tell the lady what's going on. Well, there's people standing behind me, and I had to tell them what's up. Why do we have to do that? Do we
Why?
know?
No, I
So
don't.
embarrassing. I mean, I'm standing here with sunglasses on. I'm like, like whispering. She's like, "Yeah, so what? Well, how can we help you today?" I'm like,
You're like, I have pink eye.
got something going on. It's under. So I just like lift up the glasses. And
You're like, oh, check this out.
I did. I lift them up, and she's like, "God, okay, all right, we'll get you right in." And then the doctor walks in and does the exact same thing. I'm like sitting there on a chair, waiting for her to come in after the nurse has taken all my vitals, and she just walks in and does the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, is it really? Is it really that bad? She's like, yeah, no, you need this, and you need this, and you need to start it right away. And she says I should not be contagious anymore now. So
So
now I can
you kept
come
your
get that
cooties at home.
rub my face all over you.
Oh my God, that's
but
funny.
that's been the week. So
Well, luckily, I fortunately have been very healthy this whole winter. I've barely gotten sick. I actually probably shouldn't have said that.
nah, you
I
get
think
it.
no, I just jinxed myself, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. I think up to this point, this is probably my first one for the season. This is the first
Really?
one. Yeah. You might get a sniffle or something, but it was nothing that stood out. Like, oh my gosh, I was just feeling like crap for days. Like I literally felt like crap for days. Like last week when we hung out, I think we went out for a little while, whatever night that was when we went downtown.
Margarita night. Oh, Saturday night.
Yeah, so margarita night, and then margarita night is really when it was like something's not right, man. You just feel like things are about to turn bad. And then Saturday night we went out for a little while, and I was only out for a couple hours, and yeah, I could tell on the way home. I'm like, you know what, I should have probably should have just stayed home.
To stay home.
And I didn't. So, I guess it is what it is. Look at all these comments over here. I do appreciate that. That's amazing.
I know. Good morning. Look at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's frozen bones? Rib and steak challenge? Oh, so Pam Wilda said there's a steak competition tomorrow in Van Dyne.
Okay.
God, that probably smells delicious. Can you imagine walking in do you ever watch one of those cooking shows where they just grill meat the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
And they like make these like weird, they'll make like smokers out of like filing cabinets or like dig holes in the ground and cook food. I'm like, this is so crazy. I'm like, just give me an air fryer.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't do you do grilling? Do you like doing
I
grilling?
am not a griller at all.
No?
No.
You don't have patience.
No, I can cook food, but I can't grill it. I'm just, I could throw some hamburgers on and cook those puppies up, but nope, not my thing.
Hamburgers are the test. I feel like a good grilled hamburger is the true test of your ability, because that's one of those things that can go bad real quick. It's super dry and like a hockey puck, the way my pops used to make it. Oh,
do you want to hear one of the grossest stories? And I'm not going to name the name because I actually posted it on my Facebook account and did not say who it was, but there was a glass that had the restaurant's name in there, and the owner asked me to take it down. So I was like, yeah, I will. But I was at a local establishment, ordered
hold on a second. What did you say about a glass? What?
It was a glass, I took a picture of it. So I was at a local establishment, ordered a hamburger. My hamburger came out and it was not cooked. Like, it was literally like barely touched the grill. It was pink. It was still frozen. And I opened up my hamburger to go and put like ketchup and mustard on it. And I was like, oh my God, this is not cooked. Like, it was like visibly not cooked. So I took a picture of it and I posted it on my social media, and I said I did not order raw. I wanted medium well, and it started getting tons of comments. But what happened was the picture that I took, because I didn't want to go and like throw the place under the bus just because I'm not a tyrant. But the glass in the background had the name of the establishment on there. So people started tagging them, and people started, making, comments and whatnot. And I ended up taking it down because the owner came to me and said, "Hey," but I'm like, how can you not cook a hamburger? Like, you're a chef, and it was literally frozen.
So was it literally a chef, or was it an establishment where it's a
It
part-time
was
cook?
it was a bar and grill, so
Okay.
so it wasn't like a master chef, but I mean, still though, cook the hamburger,
I
cook
get
it.
it. I get it. That's definitely something that shouldn't happen. But having a diner in the family and being in the restaurant business pretty much my whole life, whether I was out the front of the house as a server or a bartender or in the kitchen cooking, that's something that should never happen. But mistakes on rare occasion like that burger do happen. And it's like, well, if the people that are there are willing to recognize it and then fix it, if they're
They
right there to
did.
help you, then it's like, you know what, mistakes do happen.
I was like, could you have the chef cook this? Like, this is
That
not cooked. Like, this
yeah,
is not cooked.
that's gross. Have you ever eaten raw hamburger intentionally?
Well, yeah, cannibal sandwiches.
Cannibal sandwiches?
Yeah, my grandma and grandpa owned a bar and resort up north on Pickerel Lake, and they used to on Christmas Eve have cannibal sandwiches. And I just always thought it was so weird that they were serving raw hamburger, because I was always told don't eat raw hamburger, it'll put worms in your stomach, which, is probably I don't know why my parents told me that, to be honest with you, but yeah, but here they would serve it. It actually was pretty good. I didn't like, it's not something I crave, but I didn't hate it.
It's not bad. Where I was, they called it Wildcat. And it was
Wildcat?
you'd eat it on, yeah, little chunks of rye bread
Hmm.
with some onion, raw
Onions.
onion, salt and pepper.
Yep.
And yeah, it's not that bad. And the stuff I was eating was like that cow was mooing like just a few hours ago. So it
Like,
was
it's
like
still warm.
super. So yeah, actually it kind of was. It was. And that was the part that kind of messed with me was the warm textury part. Had it been cold, it would have been way better, I think. But it was
Sure.
warm. Yeah, that's the part like, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then that was one of those where, again, I'd seen the animal alive, and then they wanted me to eat it, like, immediately after, and I'm just like, "Man, I can't." The thing made eye contact with me earlier, I can't eat it now. Just not gonna happen.
That's like my one son is a hunter, Devin. He's an avid hunter, and it's like the big thing to eat the back straps off of your kill, and I'm just like, a poor thing.
Yeah. Those are good,
No.
though, if they're done up right. That I can do. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that because I don't know. I've never killed a deer before. I tried, shot at it a few times, missed it,
You
realized
should
after
just
10 years
you, you should just stick to flower arrangements.
I'm going to. That has been the plan. I gave it up. I gave it up. I started hunting when I was, I don't know, whatever age you can start hunting at 12, I think is when you get your license and do it yourself. I mean, I'd gone out with the uncles and dad and stuff before that a few times, a few years. And I remember being excited about it. But after going through the hunting process and realizing that all I ever do when I go out to the woods is just sleep anyway, just falling asleep up here. You get yourself all bundled in nice and cozy, and you just end up falling asleep. So nice and quiet out there. So I'd never seen anything, and just wasn't my cup of tea. I literally shot at a deer one time that was like walking through the woods, and I just kept hitting the trees around it, and it just kept walking. It didn't even run, and the trees were like exploding, and I'm like, I think that's a sign. I'm gonna go home. I'll meet you guys at the shack at lunchtime. I'm going back to bed. This just isn't for me.
This isn't happening.
Uh,
I went in the
yeah.
woods once, and I lasted like 5 minutes because I was with my uncle, and he was mad because I brought my Walkman with me. I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? Like, forget it. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
yeah.
that's exactly it. You just sit there
Yeah.
and
No,
wait
no,
and wait, and it's
no.
quiet. And
Mm-mm.
occasionally you hear a squirrel doing something off in the woods, and you think, "Oh, hey, is that a?" No, it's just a squirrel.
It's a
And
squirrel.
then, yeah, there's just too much going on in this head for me to be stuck in a quiet spot. Like I need distraction sometimes because if I'm just sitting there in a quiet room, my head's gonna get the best of me, and I just wasn't was no good. So gave
You're
that
gonna
up.
end
But
up in
next
fetal
time,
position, sucking your thumb.
right?
That's why I let you win
Oh,
that's why I let you win the competition. I was like, I literally was going in and editing people. I'm like, oh God, another one for me. Oh, I'll just have to change that to be because I wasn't sure if your ego could handle losing a flower competition to me. So I just let you win and just it's all good. I I'm happy for you.
well, I appreciate that. I'm going to ride this one out for quite some time. It's little, but I'm going to make a big deal about it for a minute. Anyway. So these you take
Sounds
those
like the
wins.
story of your life.
Hey, Jason Swolechka and Pam Miller, congratulations. Gift cards. Got some gift cards for you throughout the week. We encourage you, if you're checking things out, whether it's now or during the replay, whenever that might be, jotting down a hello or chiming in and throwing down your opinion on your favorite peanut butter, whatever it may be. Those that do comment and like and enjoy the stuff that we've got going on are going to be rewarded. And we've got a couple gift cards there, and we'll start that up again next week. Of course, giving away that second one because, again, superstar Carrie got some questions right there on Wednesday.
Hey, can we talk
So,
about something? Can we talk about something?
oh, I don't know, in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay, go
So
ahead.
you said the Easter Bunny is at the Fox River Mall. I think
Yeah.
he's creepy as heck.
Why?
I don't know. Like why I never got into the Easter Bunny thing with my kids. Like the man in the suit. I think the Easter Bunny is
Okay.
terrifying.
So not the Easter Bunny himself, but the guy in the Easter Bunny suit. That whole
Like the
scenario at the mall. That guy's creepy.
yeah, like it's not just even that guy. It's like any of them. There are no good giant Easter bunny costumes. Like I get Santa Claus, right? But the Easter bunny, it's just like terrifying. It's creepy looking.
Wow, I've never heard anybody say that before.
Oh, there's probably I've seen like memes and stuff out there with like some terrifying Easter bunny costumes, and then you see these kids standing there and they're just like terrified because they're sitting on a giant bunny's lap. Like it doesn't even make sense. I just think he's creepy. I think he's
That's
super
weird.
creepy.
That's super
It's
weird. Comment, is the Easter Bunny? Jamie says yes, the Easter Bunny is creepy.
yeah, see, I know I'm not alone on this. Definitely not
Okay,
alone.
you're not. But there's only going to be a couple of you crazies hanging out together, okay? Easter Bunny's not creepy. In fact,
Oh, come
okay,
on.
come on. It's the Easter Bunny.
Oh, see, here's another super creepy. I am not alone on this. I agree with Carrie.
They
See? Yep.
they just
Mhm.
feel sorry for you. They feel
They
sorry
don't
that you
feel
lost
sorry
the
for me.
flower thing, and they want you to have a win this morning. So that's what's going on right now. They want you to
I
have a
can
win.
buy myself flowers.
Very nice. That
Ooh.
was money.
Yeah, that was.
Nice job.
Yeah.
That might even
Uh,
be and what? Are you gonna say something?
no, no. I was reading the comments because Jason just Carson, you have a little time to find an Easter Bunny costume for the loser of the flower contest.
Huh. I've got the
We
bunny
didn't have
outfit. I do have a bunny outfit from the Christmas Story. Not the creepy outfit, but I do
well,
have a
see,
pink.
he's cute.
I've got that. I've got that if that'll work. We'll
You
throw that.
should you should wear it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't
Why
know.
not?
Another super creepy.
See?
Everybody thinks the bunny's creepy?
He is
My
creepy.
gosh.
We should go
So
get our picture taken with the Easter
I was just gonna say that. I guess we're going to the mall. Guess you're gonna be hanging out with the bunny today.
I think you should get your I think you should get your picture done in your Super Bowl loser costume.
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's
That's actually not a
a
bad idea. Uh-huh. Maybe now that I'm feeling better and no longer contagious, maybe we should
You
get
can
dressed
keep it.
up and then
You can get your eye
head out for.
juice.
Oh, that's crazy.
We
All
should
right.
dress. We should dress like Easter bunnies and go get our picture taken with the Easter bunny.
With the Easter Bunny, do a better job than the creepy Easter Bunny.
Yeah, be like, this is way cuter.
Oh,
Well, I'm
maybe.
glad I'm not alone because I do think the Easter bunny is super creepy. And when you said it was the Easter bunny day, I was like, well, number one, I was never going to take my kids to the mall and stand in line to get their picture taken with the Easter bunny. And like, number two, it's just creepy as hell. Sorry, it just is.
Well, clearly, you are not alone on this one.
I am not alone.
You're all weird that you think the Easter Bunny is creepy, but whatever. Never thought of that. I'm drinking Mile 22 Roastery today in Black Creek. It's kind of what this is all about, too, is to showcase some of our local roasters because I love coffee. I love varieties of coffee, and I love the fact that we have lots of roasters in the area, and we've got our little coffee corner online with newlivingnow.com if you want to check it out and see what I'm talking about. Got a few different ones on there, and that's something that we're just going to keep adding to, as well as our professional referral site section of the site, which is also one of the biggest reasons that we've got this whole thing going on, is a place for us to showcase local professionals. Got lots around the area that we utilize, and we want to show them off.
I'm going to go try a new one this weekend. I'm going to go pick it up. So over at Zupa's in Neenah, there's Wonderkind coffee roasters. They just posted about it. So it's a local roaster. I'm going to go and try it out. It's a 17-year-old kid. And so he loves coffee. So I'm going to go and get some and we can try it out. So we'll talk a little bit about his story and how he came, he's been very public with his story. So I want to go and try it and support him. And maybe we can even reach out to him and see if he'll come on here with us.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's
totally do that. All right. So that's all I've got for today. Have you got anything else?
No, I just want to know when we're going to see the Easter Bunny.
We'll definitely get that lined up and we'll make that a part of things here on the show. So if you've got nothing, I've got nothing. If you've got yourself a big day in front of you, go out and kick some butt. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And I want to end the show. I'm going to try to end the show every time we're doing this with a little positive thing from somebody out there in the world that's trying to send out positive vibes. Some of them do a really good job and put a little smile on your face, and you're left wondering, was that guy real? Was that guy serious? And so I want to share this one. Normally what we'll do is we'll play this and we'll run it out, but this guy's so great. Have you ever seen this dude here?
Well, you survived everything else so far, so you got that going for you. Okay. Have a super freaking awesome day. Okay, bye.
I love this guy. So he's a comedian. So it took me a minute. I thought, oh my God, did a homeless man get a phone? And this is what he's doing to occupy his time? And come to find out he's not. He's a comedian. That's one of his characters. But he's got a ton of those videos out there that are just like that. Super dopey, but it has a strong message and it just makes you laugh. And it's a big warm and fuzzy. His name's Rodney Norman. I'll post it up there just because it's one of those things that you just, you have those moments in your day, in the stretch of the week where you just need to hear somebody say something good, something positive, throw a smile on your face, and it can make such a big difference. And he's one of those, one of the characters that can do that. So he's going to show up on here from time to time as we wrap things up on our show here. So you have yourself a darn fine day. Kick some butt, lady. I'll talk to you in a little while. We'll make plans. We got lots of stuff to do this weekend, don't we?
We do. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.